Hello there. My name is Glab Claudius, Shaw Gladius, and it's been a long time, been at least like a few months, or probably not. I don't know. I forgot. I was sick for like a long time because I had like some kind of like infection on it. But yeah, I'm back, and today's opinion, grass. So grass, it's a plant that's pretty much everywhere on Earth except like the Sahara Desert, because like the Sahara Desert is like sand and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty much just sand and like places that are like rocky, like for example like Mount Everest. You're not gonna find some grass in the air. That's for sure, dude. And grass, I've seen it for like my entire life. If I look out my window right there, because I got like a big old window, because I live in the basement like a little goblin, I can see a little bit of grass, a little bit of tall grass. And, I touch grass frequently, I know I look like I don't touch a lot of grass, but I actually do, I actually like, I take grass and I just, I consume it, I sniff it, I go, until it goes right into my brain and I can feel the grass powers kick in, And like grass is honestly pretty beautiful, There's lots of kinds of grass, There's natural grass, like the grass that's on the ground, grows a bit. It's like green. Sometimes it turns yellow when it's getting a little chilly, a little cold, But most of the time it's gonna be green, And there's also like freaking I don't know thick grass. It's like this grass that's like a bit like thicker, so it's like a bit hard to like break, but it's like a bit thicker. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. You know, there's heck, there's a lot of kinds of grass, and a fun fact about grass is that if you look at grass at a microscope, like the edge of grass, you're gonna see little spikes. It's that's why that when you put your finger on like grass and you put it in a certain angle, it kind of like doesn't hurt, but it feels uncomfortable, kind of like when a cat licks you because there's like little spikes and stuff. So yeah, that's cool. And also like grass, grass grass is like a plant, so it has to like photosynthesize. So it's pretty good for the earth. I love grass. And something good about grass is that you can it's like it has a lot of like antioxidants, so you can like I don't know cure your body. So that's pretty cool. But I wouldn't recommending eating it. I wouldn't recommend eating it because like you're gonna get some kind of like bug inside your stomach that's gonna give you like food poisoning or lice or chlamydia. I don't know, but yeah, and I seen like grass for years and years. Like grass is just it has never evolved. It just stayed the same. Good old grass. Always stay green. I don't know why it's green, but it is. And like grass, something cool about grass is that since it's like a plant, it can like communicate with other plants. It's pretty much like it's like a little you're stepping on living things, which is it doesn't sound good, but trust me, the grass don't care because it's grass and the grass is not gonna start screaming at you, being like, "Ah, you stepped on me! You stepped on me!" It's not gonna start screaming. It's like that's cool. It's a plant, and also there's like grass that are like medical, so you can do like some pills or something on it to like cure a disease like freaking stomach sores. I don't know, but yeah. pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Also, in grass, there's a lot of like of bugs that hide in it. You know, like ants and ticks. Oh, ticks are not good. If like the grass is tall, ticks will definitely be in there, and ticks are dangerous. You know, because like ticks basically for the people that live like in freaking I don't know the northern eastern parts of Russia, you know, where there's like the little island. Yeah, if you live there, then I'm gonna explain ticks are like these like big old bugs. They like put their head into there and just burrow into your skin and they just stay there and then they suck your blood. They're basically like a worse version of mosquitoes because they're not annoying. They're actually like freaky, and not like freaky like I mean like freaky like ah. So it's like very terrifying, you know, and like so a big danger about like ticks is that you know they can give you diseases, which is not good, especially Lyme disease, which Lyme disease is not good. Also, you gotta cure it. You gotta cure the Lyme disease, you know? You gotta cure it. You gotta. I'm okay. And yeah, and in grass, there's also like other bugs in it, like flies, butterflies, pre-butterflies, also known as caterpillars. I just called caterpillars. All right, Lord. But who's there? But Old Spice. That's some good stuff. Yeah, no, it's just my stepdad. You know, I hear it is a little grunting, like, you know. Also, I just like took a little break to like put some Old Spice. I put some this morning, and I kind of like forgot to put some, so I don't want to be like a stinky little nerd. Oh Lord, God diddly do. Well, yeah, you do it one time, and then you do it the second time, and the second time it just drops, doesn't it? Yeah. There's also something cool about grass that there's multiple species of grass. Though I'm not even smart to like study them. Well, no, I'm smart to study them. I just don't feel like it because it's grass, you know. Like not a lot of people like appreciate grass, you know. They just walk on it and they don't care about grass. Honestly, like I feel like grass, if like grass had like some type of like way to communicate, grass would be like, "Hey, stop stepping on me." So like to like stop them from like screaming at you, I would like do an invention. It would be like shoes that are like grassophobic. So when they touch one molecule, like one singular atom of grass, they're like ah, it's a grassy, you know, so that you just don't step on the grass because like the shoes are grassophobic. Get it? It's a very funny joke. But yeah, and yeah, and like also like animals, you know, they like to eat grass. There's a lot of animals that eat grass. Some animals they eat grass, but they don't normally eat grass, like dogs. You know, dogs. I love dogs. Yeah, like my old dog, which he's not there anymore. Rest in peace. Um, my old dog used to eat a lot of grass, and since like grass is something that is hard to digest for dogs, you know, he would always like go, "Huh, huh," blah, 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 you know. So yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. But you know, he at least it's not like poisonous, right? It's yeah, no, it's not poisonous. It's just hard to digest since it's like plant fibers and stuff, and not like meat or kibble or anything that a dog normally like eats. Which like dogs are omnivores, you know, they can pretty much like eat like plants. It's good for them, but like it's not it's not completely recommended. Like in small amounts. Let me drink some water. Yes, sir. Youch. And yeah, also like also like grass. Also like if you look very closely, sometimes you can see grass move a little. Since it's like a plant, you know, plants actually move. If you didn't know, wow, I never knew that. You know, and like they move. You can kind of like see it. It's not. It's very. It's not. Plants move very slow, so you can't even notice it. But like grass, if you look a bit, sometimes they do this like this thing where they just like, boing. But it's like not their fault. I'm not sure how to explain it. It's like weird. It's like they move along. Let me actually check it out real quick. You like, hey, Macarena. All right. Yeah, no, I'm too dumb to see. But yeah, so yeah, grass, you know, pretty cool. Also, also grass, since they photosynthesize, are very important for oxygen production. They're less important than like trees. You know, we love trees, but they are still very important. Also, another thing about grass is that grass, oof, grass does not like it reproduces very differently from like a lot of other plants. Well, no, basically like grass reproduces asexually. So basically, it just clones itself since it does not have any like sort of like what's the word fruit, yeah, sort of fruit to just spawn in like a freaking grass. But now there's grass seeds, but just like potatoes, like potatoes are they reproduce like asexually, so they just clone themselves. But potatoes, they have there's potato seeds, but like you don't necessarily need potato seeds. You just need to like take a potato, put it in the ground, and it will just germinate, and you can like germinate, so that it like becomes a freaking plant, you know, potato plant. Also, like, oh yeah, returning to animals, a lot of animals eat grass, you know, especially herbivores. Herbivores. Oh my god, man, herbivores that like cows, you know, we love cows. They eat grass, and it's like probably like one of their main sources of food. Well, no, there is like straw and fruits and vegetables, but like a lot of them like mostly like in farms, not in like factories. They like they eat like grass and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty cool, you know. And what else do I have to say? Yeah. Also like also like something that I could say like I mean grass is not a plant that can be like pollinized, you know. I don't even know what the word is, but I don't care. Like bees can't like pollinate with like grass because there's no like flowers that grass grows. It's just grass, you know. So yeah, that's pretty cool, you know. Also like grass. Like yeah, you can eat grass, but it's not good. I don't recommend it. Like the only thing that you're gonna get out of grass is like water and like fibers and like not even vitamins at this point. I don't even think grass has vitamins. Like grass is just very low, too like it's too thin, and it doesn't have that much nutrients. It's not like salad. Which salad you could consider it like grass, but it's like special leaves, so it's like not like grass. And honestly, if you think about it, grass is just leaves. Like think about it, it's just leaves. It's like a whole complex of leaves that like sprout from the earth. You know? Because like you don't necessarily like see the roots of grass, but like they do have roots because they have to like consume the minerals. Also, another thing about grass is that it requires like less minerals. It's probably one of the plants that require the least minerals in like dirt. Unlike corn, which corn takes a lot of minerals and kills a lot of no, doesn't kill, takes too much minerals, so it like doesn't have that much resources. What's going on with my fish? It's all right. Okay, never mind. Sorry, just eating kind of like the algae off the glass. There's some algae right now, but yeah. Also, speaking of algae is pretty much like no, it's not like grass. Algae is like different. I think I'm not even sure what algae is. Algae is weird, but seaweed. A lot of people consider it the grass of the sea because, well, first of all, it like just grows naturally, in the sea or in the ocean or in the freaking river. It depends honestly where you are, and like it grows a lot. You can just eat it depending on which seaweed, because like there's like seaweed that's just you can't eat because it's like either toxic or just you can't digest it, like brown. I know what was it? Brown seaweed, brown kelp. So it's like don't eat it because you're gonna like suffer from like sea chlamydia. Peak. Also, like grass is also a meme, very funny comedic meme, called "This person does not touch grass." It's like a meme about like it's like a meme phrase, I guess. Or in Ninsel, I guess it's like you don't touch grass, which basically translates to you don't go outside. Therefore, you're a very very stinky fat blob of testosterone. No, not testosterone, cholesterol. Let's go. Cholesterol and fat and grease and freaking whatever else that's just very very fatty and just fat and blobous and disgusting and looks like a Reddit mod and a Discord mod, a Reddit mod, a 4chan mod. No, not 4chan mod, 4chan user. Freaking pedophiles, WoW gamers, League of Legends gamers, Valorant gamers, freaking those guys that watch like Wicked or something. Yeah, these guys, the Disney adults, the freaking locals, all of them. All right, a lot of them don't touch grass. And also, like, honestly, it's like rare. It's rare to see somebody that has never touched grass, but if you think about it, it is possible because there's like some countries that just don't have it, or the person is just chronically inside, which kind of like me. I've done some streaks without touching grass, because like I'm a little goblin creature, that lives in my basement and talks to a camera for like 1 hour, just for like 40 people to see it, or less, or more, depends who sees. Honestly, my goal is pretty much 50 subs because like I want to start like doing those like little live streams where I just go like, hey, hello, because it's a pretty easy way to get some subs. But honestly, I don't care about the subs. They're just like talking and stuff. And sometimes I like rewatch what I watch. But yeah, speaking to grass, the no, you don't touch grass meme. honestly, if you think about it, it has been there for a long time, but like it kind of like became really like hit like the top back in like 2023, 2022, like back in like the prime 2020, like 2020's memes, So like it's uh it's a very like it's a good insult, but it's like also just corny because it's like pretty much a dead meme, and like and it's just ineffective at this point because like the person that says it probably has not even touched grass too, probably doesn't even know what the definition of grass is. Like, I know the definition of grass. It's like those plants that like grow out the ground and you step on, because like I don't know. Yeah. um Also like, yikes. Also like, leaves, like if you could think about it, leaves from like flowers and stuff, you could consider it grass, I don't know, probably, because it's like it's very thin, doesn't have. Oh, who texted me? Bro, I can't even see because I don't get. Let me grab my glasses real quick. I forgot to tell you guys I got glasses now. I couldn't even read. I'm not joking. I actually did not read correctly. Let me just see who texted me. Oh, let me just see who texted me. Okay, it's just my homie. I'm not gonna respond yet because like right now I'm like pretty much like talking right now. So let me just. My God, man. Actually, I'm just gonna wear these now. Oh my lord. God, they literally look detailed on this camera. Damn. Ugh. Ugh. Like, oh, ladies, I am ready to touch grass with you and communicate. Yeah. Shawowza, dude. I'll just sit here at my back. Stretch my back a bit. Drink some water, We love water. Ooh, nice sound. I get it. Yeah. So yeah, I got glasses. But also like another thing that I like about grass, when like it's autumn slash like the beginning of winter, there's always like in the morning there's always like freaking like what is it again, like it's like the grass is like frozen biscuit. There's like the grass has like water in it, so it like kind of like freezes a bit, but like not completely. So it's like crunchy in some way. It's like it's pretty cool. I like that. I really like that. Excuse me. I almost said excusez-moi, but that's like in French. Um, yeah, and like grass, pretty cool. Like it like gets frozen. You just step on it, and now me, I don't really like it because it's like it has a weird texture to it. So it's like yeah, but it's still pretty cool. That like the surface of the grass just gets kind of like frozen, and also something that I found very fascinating is that grass like can hibernate. So like during the winter, like the grass just like goes into a comatose state, kind of like a bear, and it survives for the rest of the freaking like months that go by until it's like I don't know, like not autumn. What is it again? Spring, until it's like spring, I guess. The grass finally turns a little bit green. It's a little bit yellowish green. It like comes back to life because like grass is now. It really depends on the grass because if it's grass from like freaking I don't know Africa, like in the Democratic Republic of the Congo or the Republic of the Congo or freaking not Uganda. You in Uganda? Is Uganda in Central America? No, no Uganda. Yeah, Uganda's like No, Uganda is like in the Central Africa. So I don't even know. Does Uganda have like is in like the tropical zone or is it not? Because if like when I remember it from like what I've remembered, it's like yeah, no, it's definitely in the tropical zone. What am I talking about? It's close to Tanzania, I think. But yeah, so like grass. If you take like grass from Africa, from the tropical forest, or grass from Peru, and you put it here in Canada, it's gonna die. But here in Canada, our grass is reinforced. You know, it's like big boy grass. It can survive the heat almost, I guess. Sometimes it burns up because it gets a little bit dry. You know, forest fires and stuff. But like grass like survives a freaking winter, and we get like -30, -40. Lord, we get some cold temperatures in here that not even a freaking Americans could survive. Yeah, huh? Let me stretch my back again. Ugh. Feet reveal. All right. So yeah, my back hurts. I think it's probably because of the position I'm in. But yeah, I also like grass. Since grass is like a plant, you know, also like, and like I said in the beginning, it can like communicate to other plants, but it's like in a weird way. Plants communicates using these like waves that only plants can detect. Now there is some devices that you can use to like detect and kind of like see those waves, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, grass just goes like sends those waves to every grass, kind of like seeing if there's a problem, if there's no problem, if there is whatever, yada yada yada. You know. So yeah, that's pretty cool. What time is it? Oh yeah, I forgot to plug my freaking who cares? I'm talking a lot of other nonsense instead of talking about grass, am I? But yeah, also like grass. There's one type of grass that like people really like. You know, marijuana. I said the bad word. Pot. Pot. Now, marijuana. Technically, it's leaves, but who cares? It looks like grass. I'm gonna say it's grass. You know. Um, I call it pretty much. A lot of people call it the devil's grass. So yeah, I guess you can consider it like grass. It's basically like pretty much like grass that you like draw and you smoke and you get high, you get crazy. I never did it because drugs are bad. Don't do drugs, kids, because become you're gonna become you're gonna become Sloth from the Goonies. Alright, you're gonna be like, hey you guys, you know. So yeah, don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. Just don't do drugs. But yeah, marijuana, you know, devil's grass, pretty cool. Um, there's also like spiky grass. It's like it's not necessarily a kind of grass. It's basically what like grass is like formed in like a specific like pattern that when you go like underground like shirtless or not shirtless, whatever, your skin touches grass and it's like ouch, spiky. Not like a Legos hurt a lot, but like kind of like pretty much like low tiny needles, but it doesn't enter your skin. It just pokes you a bit, like kind of like a Smurf with like a spear. You know, the Smurf is like la 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 Strumpf la la. You know, you know it hurts, but not like a bit. I think I'm gonna feed my fishies. I'll just feed my fishes real quick. I'm not concentrated over this. It's probably because it's been like at least like a month, right? 2 months. I don't care. Um, the reason I was gone was probably because I was sick. So like my throat hurt for a whole lot, and it was like pain for like 3 weeks. Now I'm more alright. I'm still kind of like a little bit sick, but I'm alright. I took some pills. And also because I had to study because it was the finals exams, which I totally crashed those exams, man. I'm proud of myself. So yeah, nerd power, baby. Yeah. Also, activities you can do on grass, because yes, you can do activities with grass. Well, you can play soccer on the grass. You can play water balloon fights on the grass. You can play can play tag on the grass. You can play hide and seek on the grass. You can play summer hockey on the grass. You can do some wrestling on the grass. Heck, you can do anything on the grass, except plug your PlayStation 2 on in the grass. You can't do that because it's dirt and there's no like conductivity and electricity going through there. So you're not gonna play you're not gonna get to play Pepsi Man, the game. So yeah, that's sad. Uh, also also there's inventions that were made for grass. Inventions made for grass. Okay, number one invention, there's the lawnmower. Epic. Everybody knows the lawnmower. You when your dad is like, my grass is too long. Go cut the grass. I'm gonna hit you with my beer bottle again. And you're gonna go like, okay. So you go take the lawnmower and you go turn, turn, cut the grass with the lawnmower, which is pretty cool. The only problem with the lawnmower is that it's gas powered, so it's like very bad for the environment. But I'm betting that they have like some electrical versions. I hope. There's also like the tractor lawnmower, which is basically just a tractor mixed with a lawnmower. So you just like sit on it and go, like spin, like pretty cool. There's also the scythe, which like the scythe, a lot of people use it for oh, the Grim Reaper, the Grim Reaper. I can't even pronounce it. The Grim Reaper, something like that. Yeah, you can't even use it. You can't think of a scythe without thinking of that bad guy. But yeah, the scythe used to be like a tool for like grains and stuff to like cut grains, in a very fast manner. But it's also you can also use it to cut grass, so that's pretty cool. So you just go like with grass. Another thing, I used to do that. Scissors. Now scissors, they're not invented for grass, but you can still cut grass with them. So I don't care. I remember back when I was a little giblet. Did I just say like a very bad thing? I'm not even sure anymore. But is giblet a bad word? I might have used a very derogatory term and I barely know it. So who cares anymore? So now I'm scared. I gotta research that. Alright, get the freaking computer in. Oh my god, PC gamer. Are you gonna play some CS:GO on that? Nope. So giblet meaning. Ooh. Am I right, guys? Very scary, dude. It just means the liver, heart, gizzard, and neck of a chicken or other fowl, usually removed before the bird is cooked and often used to make gravy, stuffing, or soup. To make gravy with giblets? Oh, disgusting, dude. What happens if you replace it with a J? Alright, that's pretty cool, I did not say any derogatory terms, so that's great. So, alright, put this back. But yeah, back when I was a low giblet, I'm still gonna use giblet, it's a funny word. When I was like a little giblet, I remember to help my mom, I would take scissors and I would cut the grass. And like I found it fun, it was pretty satisfying, but honestly, like I didn't do any progress, like no progress. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Also, like there's also gardening tools. Gardening tools, they're not really grass related, but who cares, It's like still in the ground, so you can like remove some grass, But also like one thing that I remember, spiky grass, but not like the ones that are like specifically angled. It's actual grass. No, I mean like I'm gonna say it's like a kind of wild weed. I'm not even sure like what it's called, but it's like it used to be like, a lot in our backyard. It's been a long time since I've seen one of those before. Since I've seen one of those, they're pretty much like extinct at this point, I think. But it was like these like spiky weeds. They were kind of like flat, big old leaves with spikes on them, and yeah, and I hurt myself with one of these only once in my entire life, and it was when I stepped on one, and I was like barefoot, so like it hurt a lot. Which don't worry, I didn't get tetanus from like dirt, but still it hurt. Oh, the pain, the pain. Let me see if I got texted. I'm very distracted today. I think. Yep, yep, yep. All right, yeah. Oh Lord, that's my finger, by the way. Yeah. So yeah, like there was a lot of like this spiky grass and stuff. Oh Lord, I dropped the camera. Or I should have just say my phone, cause it's like it's my phone. So I dropped it again. I dropped it again. I dropped. God diddly do. Huh? Hey, through the window. Let's go, dude. So yeah, it's pretty cool. There's a lot of grass, and also like I don't think it exists, but I'm pretty sure. Well, no, it probably exists, but I'm pretty sure that there's people that cook with grass. I bet that there's some type of like grass cooking. Well, God diddly do, man. Gotta put this in a certain angle, I think. I try to like fix it so you can actually see my body and beautiful legs. My beautiful like pristine legs that look like chicken tenders. So alright, who cares? Yeah, so like grass, pretty cool. My granny, cause she said I miss you, cause her Bob, yeah, and like grass is just like it's just like very cool, like I just love grass, and qualities about grass that I could say about it, cause it's cool. It's green. I love the color green. I got a the $20 in this bank right there. This little piggy bank is like it's green. It has the queen on it. Um, I like the color green. This vintage bottle of 7 Up over there. Yeah, it's green. Kind of like grass. I love grass, but like they're not like pretty much just they're not the same color as grass technically because grass has its own like color. It's like grass green, which is pretty surprising. That grass managed to have enough funding to have its own like copyright name of color. So that's pretty cool. And something that I forgot to mention also is that there's characters that are based on graphs, like Fern from Adventure Time. Now, I never like watched Adventure Time, but I just know that it was like good. I think it was like pretty good. I just know it was pretty good. It was like composed of grass, so that's pretty cool. And that's like the only no wait no. There's actually if y'all ever okay, there's Plants vs Zombies. Alright, I'm going very out of topic, but hear me out. So Plants vs Zombies, they have comics, right? They have comics that literally nobody knows about, but there's one comic, all right, and basically they go like underground, and there's these kind of grass that basically when you step on them, they just throw you. So yeah, that's a pretty cool character, epic character. Spike Weed from Plants vs Zombies. We're going back. Uh, Technically he's grass, but like spiky grass. So yeah, I don't care. He's cool. But like not the original Spikeweed. I mean like the PVZ2 Spikeweed because the original Spikeweed looks like a pile of mud. with like the teeth of canines. So yeah, that's pretty weird. Um, and yeah, also like grass. Like there's one thing that everybody has done with grass. It's like is when you sit down on grass and you just rip off the grass in front of you. Just rip it off. Just play a bit with it. Like I'm not the only one that did that because I saw a lot of people do it. It's like we always like have a connection with grass every time we like kind of like touch it. I guess we just you go into the plains of grass where you meet Grass God, which he's like, my boy, welcome to grass heaven, where all grass that you ripped off and that you stepped on and that you cows ate and all those other things died. They died peacefully or horribly, I don't know, but they died. They died. And you wanna know what's gonna happen to you? Nothing, because they're grass. Nobody cares about grass. Ouch, my hand. Ouch. Yeah. Yeah, grass. I don't know what to say anymore about grass. Yeah, no. I also another thing we definitely did is take a piece of grass. You take a piece of grass. You kind of like do a hole in the middle and like kind of like open it a bit. It looks weird when you do that. And then you just blow into it, and it does like this weird, funny whistle thing that goes. Kind of like a kazoo over there. I got a kazoo, so yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna use my kazoo though, because I might annoy my stepdad even though he's in the shower right now. La 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 la. So yeah, and also also does aloe vera count as grass? Technically it does, right? It counts as grass, like spiky grass. So yeah, that's pretty cool, Oh wait, no, does it really? No. I don't think so, because it has like flesh and stuff. It has like the gooey, ooey flesh that like you can actually like consume. So that's weird. Yeah. Also like grass, it's also pretty much in almost every video game. Take games like Minecraft, the Minecraft block, the most famous the most famous Minecraft block is of course the grass block. It's not fully grass, but I don't care. The top and the sides has grass, and the rest is like dirt, but still there's grass on it. It's one of the most popular like blocks that ever exist. Hell, man, one of the most like legendary like YouTube like photos is the real life versus Minecraft videos, and there's one with like a block with like real grass on it. It's like real dirt, and another one is just a Minecraft block. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And Super Mario, there's also like there's also grass in Super Mario. My leg is itchy. It's like itchy here, but yeah, like Super Mario. There's grass in Super Mario. There's like imagine if there was no grass in all of the Elder Scrolls series. Yeah, no, in every like Elder Scrolls games, there's like grass. Yeah, every game. Even Morrowind, I think. I'm not even sure. Is all of Morrowind and like Morrowind like Elder Scrolls 3 like Ash? No, it's not, because like that one, yeah, I confirmed. No, I don't care, man. But yeah, also like in like freaking Call of Duty, there's grass. In Fortnite, there's grass. And honestly, man, the grass texture like in every game, like grass textures is probably the most like iconic like texture that's in every game, because it's probably one of the first textures you're ever gonna see, because it's grass, and almost everybody needs grass in their game. Like Like, yeah, there's some exceptions of some games that just don't require or just don't have any grass in it. Like, for example, League of Legends. You know, cause you know the players are stinky or disgusting. I don't play League of Legends, but I know it's horrible, and I'm never gonna play it. I'm not even gonna like try the tutorial or anything, but I'm not even gonna play League of Legends. If I actually play League of Legends and you see this like this moment, this precise moment in the video, I want you to I want you to insult me very horribly and leak my IP address, please. It's a joke. Don't leak my IP address or anything personal. Just insult me or something. I don't know. But yeah, there's like the grass texture is just something very very powerful, very important. Heck, like it's not just grass textures, it's also grass physics. Ooh, grass physics. What are grass physics? It's basically like when grass acts like real life grass. Did I hear a beep? Nah. But yeah, it's like the grass like just acts like real like grass. For example, it's like very windy, it goes very windy. Well, the grass in the game is gonna go, you know, it's gonna like blow where the direction of the wind is, so that's pretty cool, you know. There's also my apologies. Yeah, there's also like when you cut grass. Now there's a lot of games that you can't really cut grass, but in the Legends of Zelda, you know, like the like a lot of Legends of Zelda really like for example like Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild. Those games are pretty popular. Um, you can cut grass, and also grass has like grass physics. So like when there's wind, the grass also blows, and when you step on grass, it like kind of like moves a little. So it's like pretty cool, you know. And like when you cut grass, sometimes you can find items in the grass. So that's pretty cool. There's also the tall grass in Pokemon. That's pretty cool. You know, pretty one of the most iconic grasses. Also, you know, you just step in that grass and you go bum 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 bum. You know, pretty cool. So yeah, I find that cool. Oh, my back. Let me stretch my back again. Yeah. Ouch, 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 ouch. Ooh, that hurt. That actually hurt. I feel like a grandpa at this point, man. Yikes. Oh yeah, also grass, you know? Grass is also pretty good to start fires. But not like starting a fire like a forest fire, but I mean like you take grass, you dry it up and just burn it and you can make a good old fire. It's a pretty good for survival. Now it's not as good as like dried up leaves or wood, but I mean grass is effective. And now I wouldn't recommend doing it because you know grass sometimes can like leave gases that are very nauseous. But like dry grass, like straw, for example, that's pretty cool. You know, that's pretty good. You can do a good old fire with that. So yeah, I just want to say that, I guess, you know. And also like something that is pretty cool also about grass is that in the morning, especially in summer, there's something called sundew, I guess. I don't know if that's the real term, but it's basically when there's like all these like water droplets like everywhere in the grass and stuff, and like the grass is wet. I'm not sure why that happens. I didn't really like see, well, no research about it. My guess is that it's probably because of the water in the ground, and like the grass is just kind of like not expelling it, but like de-absorbing it. I don't know. I'm confused. But yeah. Also, like, grass is also one of the plants that grow probably like the fastest, because like since it requires not that much like minerals, when there's like a lot of minerals, it can just grow. And now it can't grow infinitely, but it can grow to big sizes. Sometimes there's grass that can like go to this level, and you would find ticks in there, so don't go in there. But you know, so yeah, and like also like also if you take a lot of grass and you kind of like twist it around, you can like make a good rope of it, make it solid. So sometimes grass can make some good vines with this. Which honestly, if you think about it, vines are just like tree grass. It's like long grass that grows out of the trees that can like climb and stuff. Let me just stretch again. I really have to say. I'm gonna stretch my legs at the same time. Oh lord, camera fell. Let me just stretch. Lord. And then like re-put the camera as it was. Here we go. Here we go. Easy does it. Yeah. Just what was I gonna say? I don't know. But also like there's a lot of like of plants that coexist with like grass, so that's pretty cool. Also, like it's like for example like clovers, dandelions, those like low strawberry plants that grow like small, very small, just wild strawberries, trees, mushrooms. They're not plants, but who cares? Um, like pretty cool. Also, another thing about grass is that grass does not have any diseases, like, so it's like pretty cool, because like grass cannot just go extinct like that. So you gotta touch some grass. Also, oh, I felt something in my stomach. My stomach go when it just went like blah. And yeah. Also, like grass. Grass can of course like die in some conditions, con- conditions, conditions. Like for example, if there's like too much water in the freaking ground, the grass is just gonna die. It's gonna drown, and it's probably like sometimes it's just gonna slide off. So that's why there's like houses that just slide off their foundation. So yeah, that's pretty scary, but who cares? No, I care. Let me fix my camera again. It's like this. There we go. Let me just. My granny caught. She said, "Travis, you work too hard." I said, "Don't worry, Granny, pop, pop, pop." And yeah, like, also like, grass. I just thought about it. Grass can also like. I forgot naturally. Never mind. I was gonna say like something about like grass color, but honestly, like I don't even think grass can be orange. Probably yeah, but I don't even think so, because it's like not a natural pigment for grass. It's not like grass becomes like orange like leaves, which like leaves have a reason to like turn orange and red and stuff. They have like pigments and stuff, and but grass, I don't even think so. I just know that grass turns like yellow and just dries up, and Well, no, it doesn't dry up, but like just kind of like goes comatose when it's like winter, so that's pretty cool. Well, God diddly do not again. I'm gonna have to start counting how much this camera is gonna fall. But yeah, and and yeah, and also to prove that I touch grass, I'm not gonna prove that I touch grass because like it's a very very personal and confidential information 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 that I touch grass. It's very personal, very private. If you discovered I touch grass, you might even get pulverized by the frickin' Martians. Cause yes, the Martians, they exist and they're real. And they're gonna eat you and your frickin' dog or something. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats in Springfield, where Homer Simpson and Marge Simpsons lives. Also, also like grass, like grass is like grass is also pretty easy to like produce. You just put some grass seeds or just sticks a plot of grass and grow grass. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, now there's a lot of people that I don't think touch grass in this world. I already said a lot of them, but I'm gonna say more. I think VR chat players, some parts of, ouch, youch, youch. VR chat players, they definitely don't touch grass. Omegle users, they definitely don't touch grass. Um, those like, those like, grown men that like play a Nintendo. Well, no, like, but like not those like, not like people like Dash or anything. Like I mean like those like full on ultra mega like Nintendo fans. They don't touch grass. Like I'm sorry, like Nintendo has a lot of good games. You can play Nintendo if you're like 30 or something. But like when it's your full on addiction and you got Nintendo stuff literally like all over the walls and there's like a huge like Mario figurine that's covered in some type of substance, you gotta calm down, buddy. You gotta calm down, buddy. Touch some grass. Um Other people that don't touch grass, people that use threads, including me, but I don't use threads like ultra much. I use it like once a month or once like 2 months or once 3 months. Honestly, it really depends. It's like a random regenerator. I just don't really use it that much. I only use it to like make some type of like shit post or something. But Threads users, I've seen some horrible things. Quarantine babies that were born in 2020 to 2025, they definitely didn't touch any grass. They definitely didn't touch any grass. 5-year-olds, no grass. 4-year-olds, no grass. 3-year-olds, no grass. 2-year-olds, no grass. 1-year-olds, no grass. Newborns, no grass. Fetuses, they don't touch any grass. I treat every fetus, don't touch grass. Every zygote, don't touch grass. Every sperm cell, depends on the person if they have something with nature. But yeah, now I have 1 minute left. As a lesson, uh, grass is basically a plant that we need to truly cherish because we never know that one day it's gonna disappear, and when it disappears, the end's gonna world. End's gonna world. The end's gonna world. The world's gonna end, and yeah, and my rating for grass would be a 9.7 out of 10. I love grass. I just love it, man. It's just good, and yeah, it's like pretty good, and like grass is gonna stay for our whole lives until it might disappear. We never know, but that's gonna be rare. So yeah, my name is an idiot. I'm the idiot, and yeah, thank you for watching this long video.